On Thursday, January 16th at 6 p.m. I will be presenting in Belmar Library a talk about the Beatles entitled The Beatles' Success, Superstardom and Separation. The talk will start with a discussion of the Beatles' early hits in the United Kingdom and the beginnings of Beatlemania. It will then move in 1964 to the after a relatively tepid initial reaction to the Beatles in the USA, a much more wholehearted embrace of their music in the USA, and the beginning of a much more elevated form of Beatlemania. Their continuing musical successes extended into films and TV appearances as well, which will be discussed. The success of the Beatles as recording as opposed to performing artists will be discussed with their recording of Rubber Soul, Revolver and Sgt. Pepper. The talk will also discuss certain negative happenings to the Beatles, such as the Jesus fiasco, the death of their manager Brian Epstein, the making of the Magical Mystery Tour, as well as their rather inept capabilities as businessmen. By 1968, the Beatles had started to go in different directions, both artistically and with their personal relationships. However, they were still capable of making an album such as the White Album, which will be discussed. Tensions, however, between them were significant and show themselves to be evident in the Let It Be movie and indeed the songs surrounding Let It Be. And the one last highlight or gem of the Beatles' artistic repertoire was indeed Abbey Road, which was made in 1969. But by then the Beatles had pretty much decided to go in their own particular directions, and the presentation will discuss all of these things and much more.